Demonstrators in Rio de Janeiro there who blame Brazilian President Jair Bolsonaro for the crisis. They've accused him of inaction on the fires and deforestation in the Amazon. Bolsonaro authorized more military operations yesterday to help combat the fires, which are burning by the tens of thousands across 7 states. Michael Serapio taking a look at the very latest as far as the fires. Now the world's responding, Michael, but what are we seeing as far as what is burning?
Yeah, that's right. World responding with the G7 announcing that package. But on the ground, Heather, let's begin there because the fire suppression efforts, they are underway, as you say, Brazilian forces being deployed over the weekend. And that's because while the Amazon stretches across 9 countries in South America, the vast majority of it actually does lie in Brazil. And in the last couple of days, we have seen images provided by the Brazilian military showing forces joining the fight from the ground to air bombers that are dropping thousands of liters of water onto burning forests. And that effort was announced Friday by President Bolsonaro, got underway in earnest this weekend. And what kind of dent it is making, well, that is yet to be confirmed. What we can tell you is that more than 9,500 fires were counted in the last week alone, believed to be started by land speculators who are allegedly setting illegal fires to clear the land for agriculture and mining. Now, Bolsonaro campaigned on taking advantage of the Amazon's natural resources, so he is, as you say, being blamed for turning a blind eye to the practice of illegal clearing. Take a listen to Richard Pearhouse, who I spoke to from Amnesty International.
Bolsonaro has declared the Amazon open for business at the same time as repeatedly denigrating Indigenous people in Brazil. And those sorts of messages act as dog whistles for illegal land grabbers to go in and seize illegally Indigenous land and to set the forest on fire with the view of converting it to pasture.
But of course, the Amazon is more than just land mass. It's the world's largest rainforest, a major contributor to the world's oxygen supply, also home to about 1 million indigenous people. And it's also the habitat for millions of species of animals and plant life, though many parts of it are not teeming with life, as you see here, rather more a large cemetery for the animals that have been killed by the flames. And so large and thick are the smoke plumes that they can be seen from space. Take a look at some satellite images that we're getting now. There you see the smoke rising up as the fires, they light the night sky. And that explains many of the concerns being expressed right now. As we say, Brazilian military forces now joining the fight. But this is still a huge number of fires burning, which is why the G7 is so concerned, and why they announced that $20 million package, Heather.
Which David Cochran was saying might just be the beginning, and there may be additional aid offered from Canada. So I know you'll be right on top of ongoing developments there. Thank you, Michael.
You're welcome.
Appreciate the coverage.